Do you view this year as a success or a failure?
Yeah, well, ultimately, when you lose in the playoffs, it feels like a failure, but we hit our targets this season. We wanted a good run in the Open Cup. We got that. Missed that in the finals. We wanted to make the playoffs. We've done that, with a young team. If you look at the beginning of the season, losing Dax, everyone thought it was going to be way worse, and we actually had a good season. Tyler's going for the U.S. national team. Sorry, I'm feeling like my stomach's killing me. I don't know why. But yeah, it's been a success. It's hard to take, but it's been a success.
When you look at this team, sometimes it was hard to get service and to create goal-scoring opportunities. Is that something you think that in the off-season that maybe, whether it's internally working on things or maybe bringing in a piece that this team needs to get a little bit better, more decisive in the final third?
I think we went through patches where we wasn't too good in the final third, but I think that came down to individuals. Yeah, I would love a lot more chances, so would the other attacking players, but the way I've been looking at it since the final whistle in Toronto is that I need to be more clinical. You're not always going to get 3 chances, 4 chances, and if I'm being honest, that showed in that game. We were there and we should have won that game, and I missed a big chance. If I was more clinical, we're not having these meetings now.
How tough is a day like today with the way the team's playing at the end of the season? Is there going to be a lot of what-ifs in your mind going into
For me there is, because I had that chance and the team done so well. We were written off. They came here, they won, and everybody was saying Toronto are going to win, and it just upsets me that they did because they shouldn't have. If I get that chance again, I score, or not even that, if we don't concede 2 goals here. It's annoying, I'm not going to lie to you, it's frustrating, but we just have to learn.
Bradley, beyond Sunday's game, I mean, when you look back on the season, what positives, what negatives do you take
for the team?
Yes, for the team and for yourself.
For a young team, we done very well. A lot of these guys are making their debuts, and having to play in big games, meet the demands of our coaching staff, which you guys know is not easy. So I think the experience we gained, all the young guys and us as a team on a whole, is definitely a success. It felt good. Through most of the season, it felt good. Obviously, there's ups and downs, but that's every season. But there's been a lot of success, and I think all those younger guys, they learn from this, and even me, Luis, Sasha, we learned, and hopefully we can bring it through to next season.
You mentioned the young guys learning, getting experience. I mean, what is there something that impresses you the most? I mean, I don't mean individual, Tyler or Sean Davis, but do they ooze something as a group collectively that they've maybe learned in the academy, in this environment? Is there something common about it?
Maybe. I think at a club like Red Bull, the demands are high even for the younger, for in the academy, and I think when these kids come into our change room, they're not phased. I remember being their age, I couldn't go out and meet the demands of my coaches the way they do. So they're very mature, and they stand up to challenges, and it's something to be proud of. Because I know at that age I couldn't do that. I remember my coach telling me, you're a sub. You will be a sub for the next year because you're not ready for 90 minutes. You don't know how to play 90 minutes. You don't know how to deal with the game. And he was right, but these guys I can't say the same for. They're good. They get thrown in, replacing players like Dax. This is not an easy thing to do. So yeah, credit to them. It must come from the academy and the way they're brought up. It's very good.
Bradley, when you look at the young players and the veterans next year, does it excite you a little bit with knowing the way Warrior stepped up, maybe getting a healthy Croyer and Collier back and Collin back and going after something next year?
Yeah, it's definitely exciting for the way we ended the season. We look how far we got, and like I said, we were written off. So when we got a full squad and these guys with that experience we've had from this season, we could be a force to be reckoned with. I think we were good at a lot of times this season. So yeah, it's exciting.
This was a young team this year. Might be getting a little bit younger next year. How exciting is that for you to maybe be a part of the team 2018, moving on? That's going to be young and maybe a different dynamic and a different look.
I don't want it to get too young. I don't want to be the old guy. I want it
too late.
I don't want to, too late, right? Yeah, I don't want it to be too. I don't know. If the players are good, they come in. It is what it is. It doesn't matter how old they are. But let's not make it too young. I still want a space in that locker room.
Why ultimately do you think this team didn't take home any trophies this year?
Well, one, I said I wouldn't know where we'll get to, but missing big chances, not being clinical enough, and and conceding at bad times. I think if you look at all the big games we had, all goals that we could have done something about. And that's what's annoying. It's not like we ever got outplayed. It was just being better in both boxes. And that's something Jesse tried to stamp down a few months before the end of the season. And we got it sometimes, but we didn't get it all the time. And I think that was the difference. Please, I can go.